Hey y'all, so I have a new microphone set up. You might still hear the air, but I feel like this is a little more isolated than no mic at all. Let me get a little comfortable. How have you guys been? So today, I wanted to just do a quick video of what I picked up in Delaware. My family and we went to Rehoboth Beach for a couple of days just to escape, do a nice little beach trip. I'll pop some pictures throughout the video of us there. That was our first time there, and I definitely will be going back. Anytime I travel, I have to go visit a bookstore, specifically an indie bookstore if I can, because one, it just kind of gives you an idea of the area that you're visiting. I love that most indie bookstores always have a section with local authors that have published their books and signed them and left them at the local bookstore. So I just feel like it's a little more personalized. I did also stop at the Barnes & Noble because they do have an outlet there, which I also stopped and got a book at too, but I was so happy that the first place I visited was Browse About Books. I picked up 3 books and 1 bag. I'm a tote bag girl. So the first book I got was Love is a War Song by Danica Nava. I hope I'm saying her name right. This cover is really, really pretty, and this is what drew me to the book, like the colors. It says Avery Fox's Rolling Stone cover was supposed to be a statement of her success as a Native American pop singer. Instead, it has turned her into a national joke. With threats coming from every direction and her career at a standstill, she escaped her estranged grandmother Lottie's ranch in Oklahoma. Living on the res is new to Avery. Not only does she have to work in the blazing summer heat to earn her keep, but the man who runs Lottie's horse ranch despises her. Red Fox Ranch has been home to Lucas Iron Eyes since he was 16 years old. He has lived by 3 rules to keep himself out of trouble. 1, preserve the culture. 2, respect the horses. And 3, stick to himself. When he discovers Lottie's granddaughter is the Avery Fox, he knows she'll bring nothing but trouble. Lucas can't stand what she represents, but when he's forced to work with her on the ranch, he can't get her out of his sight or his head. He reminds himself to keep to his rules, especially after he finds out that the ranch is under threat of being shut down. It's clear Avery doesn't belong here, but they form a tentative truce and make a deal. Avery will raise funds to save the ranch, and in the exchange, Lucas will show her what it really means to be an Indian. It's purely transactional, absolutely no horsing around, but where's the fun in that? I picked this up also because this was one of the few diverse reads they actually had at that bookstore, in the romance section at least. And I haven't read too many books about Indigenous people, so I think it'll be really interesting to dive more into the culture. Hopefully they have some good references, but I think it's really cool. A pop star cowboy romance, you know what I mean? I feel like that's like the new thing. Sports romances, but also the cowboy one. So I'm excited to read Love is a War Song. And the second book I got from Browse About Books was The Wedding People by Allison Epspach. Hopefully I'm saying her name right. But I've seen this book literally everywhere. And it was an interesting little synopsis, so I'm going to read it to you guys. It's a beautiful day in Newport, Rhode Island when Phoebe Stone arrives at the Grand Cornwall Inn wearing a green dress and gold heels. Not a bag in sight, alone. She's immediately mistaken by everyone in the lobby for one of the wedding people, but she's actually the only guest at Cornwall who isn't here for the big event. Phoebe is here because she's dreamed of coming for years. She hoped to shuck oysters and take sunset sails with her husband. Only now she's here without him, at rock bottom, and determined to have one last decadent splurge on herself. Meanwhile, the bride has accounted for every detail and every possible disaster the weekend might yield except for, well, Phoebe and Phoebe's plan, which makes it that much more surprising when the 2 women can't stop confiding in one another. In turns, absurdly funny and devastatingly tender, Allison Epich, I feel like I'm pronouncing her name differently each time I say it, I'm sorry. The Wedding People is ultimately an incredible nuanced and resonant look at the winding paths we can take to places we've never imagined and the chance encounters it sometimes takes to reroute us. I'm excited to read this. I've seen nothing but good things, and I think I kind of know what the secret is for Phoebe, which will be kind of dark, but I wonder if it's dark comedy. I don't know anything really about this book. I just heard everyone talking about it. And then while I was at Browse About, I got a tote. It says Browse About Books on it. Isn't it cute? It's like good material too. This is up close. I love it. I love it. And it's a big pocket inside. So perfect for me because I always carry too much stuff in my tote bags. And then they gave my sister and I this bookmark, which was really cute. I love collecting bookmarks from bookstores. And then I stopped over to Barnes & Noble on our last day when we went to the Tangent outlets, and I picked up The Bluest Eye by Toni Morrison. I had to get a Toni Morrison book. I've read quite a few. I believe I read Jazz, Sula, and it was another one, I think. But The Bluest Eye was actually in my Libby holds to listen to, but I said I want to pick up a physical copy, and from now on start picking up Toni Morrison's books because I want to annotate them, but also I want to keep them and start a growing collection. So The Bluest Eye, the synopsis is: Pecola Breedlove, a young black girl, prays every day for beauty. Mocked by other children for the dark skin, curly hair, and brown eyes that set her apart, she yearns for the blonde hair and blue eyes that she believes will allow her to finally fit in. Yet, as her dream grows more fervent, her life slowly starts to disintegrate in the face of adversity and strife. A brilliant examination of our obsession with beauty and conformity, Toni Morrison's futuristic first novel asks powerful questions about race, class, and gender with the subtlety and grace that have always characterized her writing. So again, I've heard this book title everywhere. I've even heard that this is a classic. So I have to read classics. And I've read quite a few other Toni Morrison books to not have read this one. So this is definitely the top of the TBR for this year. This is a fairly short video. I wanted to get something up. I missed last Wednesday's upload. My apologies. But I want to get back into the consistent grind. I have a new mic set up. I know the air still might be a little audible, but hopefully the mic kind of muffles out most of it. I'm going to be working with it and kind of tweaking it and trying to make sure I can cut out the audio more. But bear with me during that process. But anyway, out of the 3 books, have you read any of these books or heard of them? What were your thoughts? Let's talk in the comments. Thank you guys for liking, commenting, and sharing my videos, as well as subscribing. I know my shirt says unsubscribe, but please subscribe. I appreciate each and every one of you who already has. Last I checked, we're at 182, so we're super close to 200. I'm so blessed and grateful for each and every one of you who've already subscribed, liked, and commented on every video. I read each and every one of them. I'm so appreciative. But yeah, again, comment down below if you've read any of these books or heard of them, and I can't wait to see you in the next video.